boy, volatility, yeah, it's tough. 50% up, 50% down, 60% swings. Well, that was Amazon 12, 15 years ago. Now it's Bitcoin today. What allocation would you put into Bitcoin? Just one. Bitcoin, which is the granddaddy digital asset, everybody knows that. What would you allocate if you could? And they said, well, we can't because our compliance department won't allow it, because the SEC hasn't ruled on it yet, and Larry Fink doesn't like it, and he's our biggest money manager, and all those other reasons, but they would allocate 50 to 100 basis points. Now, when you're running a $1 trillion mandate or an $800 billion mandate, which is some of the size of these funds, that's a ton of money. And that's a huge amount of demand that would come into the market. And as Bitcoin prices went past that 1% allocation, let's say, they'd sell it back down to 1%. But just importantly, if it dropped below 1%, they'd buy it back up. So there'd be an eternal bid forever. The volatility would drop dramatically. There'd be price appreciation in Bitcoin. It would be good for everybody involved in crypto. But we can't do it without policy. And so everybody should just get off this, let's be rogue, let's be crypto cowboys. It's time to get this real and get a tremendous amount of capital going into crypto because it's policy and it gets regulated and it's good for everybody. I am not a crypto cowboy. I'm talking about bringing the real money into crypto, the real sovereign wealth. And so for everybody that used to criticize me about saying, let's get this thing regulated, now they understand why they want to get it regulated too. It's the $1 trillion that'll come into this market overnight when it's regulated. And I'm just one of those people out there trying to make that happen. And so yes, it's baby steps, but if you're sitting down with the head of a bank that's got 5 million accounts and $1 trillion sitting in those accounts, they're not interested in being a crypto cowboy either. They don't want to be offside with their regulator. They want to work on a compliant basis and make sure their internal compliance is completely 100% nailed down. That's the kind of people I want to work with. That's what my brand's about. And I am on that for the benefit of everybody in crypto, because if we can get this policy nailed down, everybody benefits, everybody. Values go up. I'll bring that to the table. Everything goes up in value because the real money will come in. My largest holdings right now are Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's not a big surprise, but I also have a big position in USDC, big position in FTX as an equity, which is a private company, and then on down. Polygon, I got involved with Sandeep. I liked his story. I met him in Dubai, trying to reduce gas fees on top of Ethereum. Makes a lot of sense for India and other countries like that, like what he's doing. I bought a piece of that. Love what's going on in the Serum projects. Solana, I'm a big fan of what, Sam Bankman-Fried is doing. These things all make sense to me, but, in the proportions of diversification. Now that portfolio, I'd say about 8 weeks ago, was at 21%. Now it's down at about 18. There's been a big correction in the market, but you've got to hold your nose and get used to the volatility. I can add a little bit to my USDC, but my compliance department doesn't consider USDC a money market or a proxy for cash. They consider it a highly volatile equity. That's because of what's been going on in stablecoins. So I'm limited to a 5% weighting there, and I'm trying to get some policy while I'm here in Washington. Remember, we go right back to that. Give me one thing, just give me policy on stablecoins and let the market compete. And I could put a lot more into that space because I've got a lot of cash on my operating company balance sheets, and I have nowhere to put it. And inflation is 6, 7, 8%, and I'm getting 45 basis points in a bank. That's really crazy. I could do a lot more with stablecoins. And I think crypto and blockchain and the services and financial transactions, microtransactions, all of it are going to lend itself to this blockchain auditability, transparency, the ledger system. It all makes sense to me, and I think regulators are starting to figure that out. I don't know which of these chains is going to win. Is Solana going to beat Polygon? Should I be in Pollen? What about, all of the others? Ethereum, of course, the big one right now, but too slow for many financial services. What's going on with, helium and all of these different ideas out there? So my strategy is to do the same thing I do with stocks, get diversification. I own 32 positions, 32 chain projects, 32 different coins and tokens. I have no idea which ones will win over the next 5 years, but I don't need them all to win. I just need a few to win, and that's what diversification is all about. The infrastructure of crypto are companies like FTX, I'm a shareholder, Circle, I'm a shareholder, Wonderfy, I'm a shareholder, Immutable Holdings, I'm a shareholder. I've given money to all of these projects because they make a lot of sense to me, and I use them all. And they're centralized, decentralized. There's stable coins in there. There's the FTX platform, which is the first compliant institutional platform I could find that my auditors and my compliance department finally agree to let me use to store value. And I have to disclose, yes, I'm a shareholder in FTX. I'm also a paid spokesperson. So I'm eating my own cooking, but I'm also talking about the merits of their compliance platform.
That's it for today, guys. If you found this video useful, then don't forget to like the video and share this knowledge with your friends and family. And don't forget to check out the full video, link is in the description. Thank you.